taxes specifically, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting up my own business and I have no idea what goes on with taxes, so just thought I could get some help from you guys.
Yeah, no problem. That's what we're here for, help people out. I'm glad you could take the time to meet with me today. It's always a good thing, fellow Aggie especially. Well, when you're first starting a business, what you need to do is yeah, you got everything set up, ready to go, but you're not legal yet. You need to create a doing business as, like I have here in this form, okay?
Okay.
I brought several of these forms to show you kind of the process, you know, some concrete examples, okay? So, first step, here in the Brazos County, we have a courthouse, right? Courthouses house a lot of information.
Right.
That's where you go to set this up. This way, you can set up your accounts, get paid on time, things like that. Which, you know, if your business wants to earn money, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, and let's see what's next. Oh, taxes. You get paid, you get taxed. Unfortunately, in these days, you get taxed more and more, right?
Right.
So, to do that and to not get in trouble and have penalties, fees, defaults, audits, trust me, that's a hassle. Nobody wants to do that. What you got to do is register with the state at the Texas Workforce Commission, okay? Luckily for you, you live in Texas.
Awesome.
There's no income tax.
Okay.
Great. But there is a national income tax, and to pay that and your other required taxes of that nature to the IRS, you need to set up what's called an employer identification number. Okay. This gives your company recognition with the IRS, and it allows you to file statements online, which is new as of January 1st. You have to start filing online.
Okay.
And that system that you're going to be filing into is it's a free system, so no extra fees on top of the taxes you're already paying.
Right.
But it's called the Electronic Federal Tax Payment System.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to register on there, get all your info, and then you're good to go. You can start submitting your taxes, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Now, after the DBA and the EIN, you can start hiring, okay? You're going to be growing, producing goods, services. Honestly, it's general for every business. I don't know specifically what you're doing, but for every business, you can start hiring. You're going to need new help, new blood, right?
Okay, cool.
When you hire new people, the first thing you got to do, they got to fill out what's called a W-4 form. This identifies them to the IRS and to the Texas Workforce Commission.
Okay.
All right. Basic information, sex, nationality, ethnicity, things like that. But there's also some additional information besides the identifying information that allows them to maybe qualify for some extra exemptions that are good for their bottom line. A couple of these are listed here. You know, being claimed as a dependent. You know, this is a college town. A lot of people are claimed by their parents to get the tax breaks. You know, so that will affect their deductions and things of that nature. We have older people here too, so if they're head of a household, that affects it. How many dependents they have. You know, if they have a lot of kids, the more deductions. So hire people with a lot of kids.
Awesome, I can do that.
Yeah. Thing with a lot of kids is they're going to have child independent care expenses, and that can be deducted. Okay. Non-wage income. If you do like a profit sharing plan with your employees and stuff like that, they're going to get dividends and interest, things of that nature, and those are considered non-wage income. So you need to keep track of that. Okay.
Okay.
If they're illegal residents, legal residents, foreign nationals, basically the residency status and the status of their spouse as well, their husband or wife, that comes into play with taxes. So you need to keep track of that. So kind of lengthy, and we're not done yet, but you got it so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got the process down pretty well. I do have a couple of questions, though, about what actually comes out of the paychecks and stuff, what taxes and stuff. So is there somebody I could talk to about that?
Yeah. We have a specialist here who went to school, got his degree and everything on the deductions
Okay, cool.
that you can take out. So let me go get them.
That would be awesome.
Wait here. You need water or anything?
I think I'm good.
You're good.
Thank
Okay,
you,
cool.
Thank you so much,
It was good to
Charlie.
meet you.
Yeah,
good to meet you. Glad I could help you out, and he'll be in here in a few minutes.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Brian Hudson,
Hi.
a deduction specialist.
Riley Childs.
Yes, it's great to meet you. I'm so sorry. I I part-time as a plastic cosmetic surgeon. And,
Part-time?
You know.
Nice. Okay.
I've done all the celebrities, but so I hear you're trying to open up a business of your own. Is that right?
I am, yeah, and I just
Good.
didn't really know anything about taxes and what comes out of them and stuff. So
Darling, it's fine.
maybe you could help.
It's
me.
fine.
Thanks.
All right. Basically, what you got to understand is that in a business, it would be helpful for you, in your best interest, to keep a payroll register. Now, this will just be a document, like an Excel document, maybe a little spreadsheet action, where you'll just record all of your employees' information with their possible tax deductions for certain things, you know, based on what my buddy Charlie's already told you.
Okay.
In that as well, though, you are going to see a percentage for each of the type of taxes that are deducted from your employment tax in your payroll system.
Okay.
Now, there are just a few. You know, I just want to go over them with you so you know exactly what's going on, Missy. All right. Now, it's important to know that these taxes, these are mandatory taxes, also called trust fund taxes. And the first we'll get into is the highest taken out of your payroll, and that is the Social Security tax. Now, that is a common name for what really is called the FICA OASDI tax. Now, FICA stands for the Federal Insurance Commission Act. From this act, we receive two taxes, the first of which is the Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance.
Okay.
That is what we commonly know as Social Security.
Gotcha.
Now, Social Security, actually, as of 9 or 10 months ago, was actually reduced from 6.2%, you got that?
Got
to
it.
4.2% for employees. You, however, can't luck out because you still have to pay the full 6.2%.
Shucks.
I know. It's a sucky day, isn't it?
It is awful.
Now, what's important to know is, as the employer, you know, you do have a 6.2% tax that will come out of your income for this.
Okay.
But you're only able to be taxed up to $106,800 out of your own income.
Awesome.
Anything above that will not be taxed.
Awesome.
Amen. You also have what we call FICA Medicare tax. This tax is 1.45 for both employers and employees.
Okay.
Now, it's very important to remember that FICA for Social Security and for Medicare are both to help with insurance and for benefits for those employed.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. And is there any tax cap on the Medicaid one too?
Oh, that's great that you asked me that.
Okay.
No, there's not a base limit. No.
Okay.
So they'll just keep on taxing you there. Yeah.
That's not
You'll
fun.
be in the red soon, and good for you. And
Uplifting. Thanks.
now, what's also important to remember is that I don't know if you're planning on having employees. I haven't really gotten that into what you're doing. I really could care less.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just going to give you the basics.
All
And it's called self-employment tax. Now, this encompasses Social Security and Medicare under one title, in which a person owns a business of their own without employees. This is what you would pay as a single employer of your company.
Okay.
That would be 15.3% as of 9 months ago.
Okay.
10 months ago. But you now only are paying 13.3% of your income to the IRS.
Okay.
So, of course, that is made up 10.4%,
Okay.
10.4% of Social Security and 2.9% of Medicare.
2.9 of Medicare.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Before I leave, though, I hope you know that you not only are going to be paying for those employed, you're also going to be paying for those that are unemployed. But we're not going to get political here, are we? No.
I hope.
But first of all, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a card of mine.
Oh.
If you ever need handwork, a facelift, you know, anything at all.
Thanks.
Okay, just a plug. So the FUTA is the Federal Unemployment Tax, and this you're responsible under 2 criterion.
Okay.
That would include if you have paid an employee $1,500 or more in any given quarter.
Okay.
Quarter being 3 months in a year at any given time.
Thanks for explaining.
Yes. And or also that would be conditional under if you've had an employee for 20 weeks out of a calendar a year, even if those weeks are consecutive.
Okay.
Basically, you're going to be paying this.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great. And that was the FUTA?
FUTA,
The
yes.
FUTA.
Yes,
Okay,
FUTA.
Okay.
And that is 6.2%
Okay.
of your income, yes.
Awesome.
And that's only imposed on the first $7,000 that an employee earns.
Okay.
Yep. And employees are not responsible for these taxes over the $7,000. Just remember that. In Texas we have something called the TUCA, and the TUCA actually stands for the Texas Unemployment Compensation Act.
Okay.
This is our version of the SUTA, which is the state unemployment. So you have FU, federal, SU, state. You see where I'm going here?
I've got it.
It's very crafty, you know. And
Got it.
you got it. And this tax all depends on how many individuals that you've had employed in your company before and now have had to terminate. You will be having to pay some type of compensation through this SUTA, or in Texas the TUCA, for those individuals. So hire the right people and you'll never have to fire them, and you won't have to pay for them the rest of their lives.
Perfect. Awesome.
But do you have any more questions at all for me about this?
I do. I think I'd like to talk to someone else maybe about some other things, some other aspects. You know, maybe just to get another opinion on the penalties and stuff. So if there's
what
someone
happened?
else, nothing at
I
all.
thought we had chemistry.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, I have someone I'll bring in to you. She's uptight.
Oh, good.
She knows all about how to pay your taxes and what happens if you don't.
Okay. Maybe a little less creepy or something. That'd be good.
All right. Well, it's fine.
Okay.
I have a woman waiting for me in the limo.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks. Call me if you need some reconstruction.
Yeah, thanks. And I'll remember that FUTA stuff I got.
Hi, I'm so sorry about Ryan. He's so tight. And he wasn't supposed to come to work today. This one's really stressful.
That's okay. My name's Ryan.
I'm Jessie.
Nice to meet you.
And I guess Brian told me that you were wondering about any penalties or how to pay your fees or anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what happens if I don't do it correctly so I can keep that in mind.
Well, first of all, do you know how to pay your taxes correctly, or do you know any online
I
sites?
don't. I need to know that first.
Okay. Well, as a business owner, to pay federal government taxes, you need to go to electronic federal tax payment system, and then there you can directly wire your funds onto the appropriate bank account.
Okay.
And then also, if you want to pay your state taxes, you have to go to the Texas Workforce Commission, and there you need to create a user ID and a login. And then after you create that, you can report your quarterly wage reports to the commission using either file upload or the last wage report of the employee. And it's really simple, and they tell you it's step-by-step process, so there's nothing to worry about. You should, if your company is growing, you should become familiar with it, because the system, you should become more familiar with the system if you have 10 or more employees.
Okay.
And failure to pay correctly, there are civil and criminal penalties. So civil penalties include like filing late, fraud, or return over 60 days. And you may have to pay a penalty if you understate your taxes, or you file a frivolous return, or you fail to provide your social security number, or your employee's social security number.
Okay.
There's also criminal penalties. You may be subject to criminal prosecution if you do tax evasion, or you willfully fail to file a return, or supply information, or pay a tax due late, or do provide false statements in preparing fraudulent returns.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Is there anything else you need to know?
I think that's pretty much it. I think I've had a lot of information today. It's been really interesting.
All right. If you ever forget any of the information, because I know today's been a long day, you've met some interesting people.
Yes.
You can always go to the irs.gov, or there's another website, the Texas Commission, or Texas Workforce Commission.
Okay.
And they'll provide you for more information.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And I appreciate you being pretty normal with me.
Thanks.
Have a good day.